Antah Karana Chatushtaya. Okay. So I know it's a big word. Do you know like how your mind works? Like how many parts in your mind? It's not like the physical parts, but in a spiritual aspect of it, what goes in your mind?
I
Like
mean, at a high level, at a medical level, we know, right? So I think that's
okay.
that there is a cortex, there is, all these like conscious areas, subconscious.
Mhm.
Mostly the intelligence is, where we focus on, which is our, the frontal part of the brain, right? So,
Yeah.
I mean, in nutshell, that's what and subconscious is where with the area which we don't know. I think that's something which is so we keep reading or at least, but I don't think we practice. But yeah, that's
Yeah. So, as we all know, the mind is the one that controls us, right? Like
Mhm.
how we think, what we do is what is controlling hi Sandeep, controlling the whole system of our physical system. In fact, if not even physical system, like if you believe in uh, previous life, uh, all that thing is stored in the mind. So it is more of like the more you know about your mind, the more you are in control of yourself. So that is what we are going to talk about. And you tell me whenever it is, Satya. It is going to be more of like how you can manipulate the mind for you in a better way that you can be happy, peaceful, and what you want to do. Many times, mind controls us. Like if there is any incident that comes up, it's like you are thinking about it, you're dwelling on it, and you keep thinking and you keep feeling bad or happy or whatever. I mean, happy is good, but anything that bothers you, any negative emotion that come from your thought, so the mind keeps on dwelling on it. And so when it dwells on it, that means that we are in control of the mind, right? Because you don't want to be sad, you don't want to have any of those negative emotions. You want to be always happy. But many times we get into the other side of it that we do not want, but still we go ahead and do it. So how do we control our mind, right? How do we, I wouldn't say control, how would we make our mind listen to us of what we want to do? That is what we are going to go a little more in deep. What are the different kinds of things that are in the mind that you can divide, uh, not physically, but through our Vedas and through the uh, knowledge that Vedas have. We will talk more about that.
Yeah, we can start the session. I'll give a brief introduction. Hello, everyone. Namaste. Welcome to the session. We have a Madhavi Madam, Senior Master, and who lives in Colorado. She is the backbone of PSSM Global, and she is here with us to share her wisdom with us. So, Madhavi Madam, thank you so much for your time. And yeah, please take over.
Welcome. Yeah, it's uh, it's always pleasure to meet new meditators. It's one of the best things that you are doing it yourself, being in the meditation path. Knowing more about you makes you feel more connected. So most probably I may be asking you guys questions. There is no right answer or there is no wrong answer. It is just that how I want you guys to think about, like get your intellect in place. So the topic here is Antahkarana Chatushtaya. So the blueprint of consciousness. So the meaning of this Antahkarana Chatushtaya is Antah means internal, right? Antah, like it's a Sanskrit word. Or inner, internal or inner. Karana means instrument, or it means a tool. Any of those things that you can think of. And Chatushtaya is group of 4 or 4 folds. So it's the inner instrument is what Anthakarna Chatushtaya. So the 4 folds of inner instrument. And they are, anybody, any guesses? The inner instruments of your mind. Any guesses? There are 4. Just give a guess, guys. Come on.
The memory part, like I don't know,
Yeah.
the long-term memory and the short-term memory, something like that. I
Yeah.
don't know I forgot the medical term of it, but yeah, I know that there is a
Yeah. So the conscious mind and unconscious
conscious
mind,
mind.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah.
So in the way that we are going to divide is like more of Sanskrit words. So one is manas, right? And then buddhi, and then chitta, and ahankara. So these 4 things, 4 inner instruments of us will, what do you call, will run our mind, our physical body, our mental body, and everything. So when you know these 4 aspects of yourself, then you know what is happening and you know how you can go about it. Okay. So to understand those 4 instruments, I will come up, I'll tell you a story, reiterate a story. So that way it will be easy for you to understand, right? What is manas? There are 4 aspects you're saying. What are those 4 things? We know only mind, right? So when I tell you a story about it, then you will understand what exactly it is. So there was a potter, and he was very famous in his region. And he is like, whenever a pottery person, right, whenever he makes the potteries, it is like perfectly shaped and beautifully designed and incredibly strong. So that is the that potter name is, say, Ramesh, right? So he is a perfect potterer, and he is very well known surrounding his area of, like, because of the work that he has done, because whenever he does any of his work, he's perfectly, incredibly shaped, and everybody loved his products. So one day, a young person comes and then he asks, "Sir, you are doing such a good pottery. What is the secret? How can you make such perfect pottery all the time?" So some people, like that, the stranger, the young man comes and asks. So what this Ramesh does is, like, he tries to explain to him what he does in his workshop. So what he does is, like, first thing is in the clay. We all know this is the raw material, and it receives all the impressions, like either you put a finger or you put a, like, it takes any impression that it is. But it can become a water pot, or it can become a sculpture, or it can be anything that we want, because that clay is very reactive and it takes all the impressions whatever we give. So that is what is the clay. And then there is a wheel in his workshop. So now the wheel, what it does is, it is an instrument and it discriminates. It helps to decide what that clay is going to become, right? It gives the options, many options it gives you, and it can choose the best form of whatever it want to be. So that is where the decision is made. So the wheel is what the decision makes in that. And then the workshop. So this workshop is what is filled with the memories, right? He has his father tools, and he has his grandfather's designs, or he has his, countless pots that taught him success or failures. All those things are in his workshop. Everything is stored in that workshop. And this space holds everything that he has learned, the Ramesh, whoever is the potter. And every technique, every mistake, every trump, all are stored in this workshop. So we talked about the clay and we talked about the wheel, right? The clay is it takes the impressions, and then the wheel is you decide what you want to do in that with that wheel. And the workshop is the storehouse of all the memories that has it. And then the signature. The signature is what I mean, like what he does is whenever there is a pottery that he has finished the product, he signs his identity. So that means that this is Ramesh has designed this. So that is the signature that each and every pot, I mean, every pot has that signature of him. So, like he feels that, this is his pride and this is his motivation. Okay, if somebody sees that Ramesh has done the pottery, that means that he feels good about it. And anything that he makes the finished product, he always writes that because that is the satisfaction that he gets by writing his name. And the thing here is, what do you think the signature is from these 4 elements? So we talked about manas, buddhi, chitta, ahankara. So ahankara is the signature, right? Like it's his pride, it's his identity that he's talking about. So these are the 4 elements of the antakarna chatushtaya. Here, the clay is the receiving material, right? And then the wheel is the instruments of decision. So what decisions you make. And the workshop is the storehouse of the learning. And that you can relate it to the chitta, subconscious mind. And then the pottery signature is the sense of identity. So I'll just show you. Can I share something here?
Yeah, you are a co-host. You should be able
Okay.
to share.
So the nutshell of this is, right, like we talked about, the first quadrant is the clay, that is the manas. And then the second quadrant is the wheel, and that is the buddhi, right? So buddhi decides what you want to do. And then the third quadrant is the workshop. This is the chitta. Any success or any failures or any past techniques or anything is stored in this workshop. And then the fourth is the identity of the potter, and that is the ahankara. So in this, we will go to the next slide here. I'll give you an example so that way it may be, like you can understand a little better here. So the perception, I mean, the flow of this manas, buddhi, chitta, ahankara, we will talk about it. Suppose a person is driving a car, right? When he's driving a car, what he does, like here, he sees the car and then he starts reacting, right? Like instant anger or desire to honk. That is the instant. So manas, where do we get this all the impressions from? From the 5 senses, right? So how does the manas gather the information? From the 5 senses. You all know what are those 5 senses? Like the touch, feel,
Smell and all
hearing.
that. Yeah.
Huh? Go ahead.
No, I was just sharing. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, please do.
Known as 5 senses, we all know, right? So I think that's what I was sharing. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, please do name the 5 senses if you can.
Or just the hearing part and
Yeah.
smell
Yeah.
and touch
Yes.
and what else?
Seeing.
And yeah,
Tasting.
taste.
Yeah. So we collect from these 5 senses, we collect the information. Anything that we see, or I mean, anything that the manas gets the information is from these 5 senses. Here, he saw the car in front of him, so that is why he receives and reacts. So that is the function of the manas. And then here, as we are talking about the car, about the chitta. So chitta provides the context. So what does it say? Okay, so whenever there is a rash driving person, I mean, like whoever is driving rashly in the car, on the road, there is a very good chance that the accident will happen. That is what has been stored in our chitta. So we collect that information, right? So because it is already stored, we got this information from whatever the experiences that we had or we have seen. That is what we collect from the chitta. And then here, the buddhi decides either it is dangerous or it is just annoying. So, like when a person is driving the car and he's like he's driving rash, then whether it is like just to annoy you or just, like maybe he's a drunk or someone, right? So if that is the case, then your buddhi decides. Where does it decide from? From the chitta, because you have stored that information in your chitta that, oh, this is what this guy is very, we have to be very careful about this guy. So we have, then you move down or something like that. But if a person is coming just backing, he's coming very near to you, that means that he's just trying to annoy you, right? So the buddhi decides whether it is a harmful one or it is just an annoying one. So then and then it will, once when you got the information, then it will take whether you just want to create a distance or stay calm. Okay, this guy is just a wacko, just let him do what he wants, right? So you just keep quiet. So that is the buddhi. And then the ahankara is this just dangerous or honking, right? So ahankara will decide whether, like sometimes I may say, hey, this guy is going too fast. Let me also go fast. If that is the ahankara may tell you that. Or ahankara may say, it's okay, this guy is just honking, so just leave it. You just honk because he's been very rude to you. So that is your ahankara. Hey, you are being a bad person, so let me just honk it, and then your ahankara will be satisfied. Right? So this is what is about the 4 instruments of our Antakarna Chatushtaya, how it works. So when ahankara is imbalanced, how dare you respect me? So the ahankara can be balanced or imbalanced. So when it is imbalanced, you just say, like you say some bad words about him and then you just leave it. So that is the ahankara. Then your ahankara is satisfied. And then if it is just about, so maybe when they are driving cars, and if you are thinking like, if your ahankara is balanced, this guy is nuts, so it's okay, leave it. Or, or maybe he's hurrying somewhere, right? So that is the balanced ahankara. So we are not one mind, but 4 distinct mechanisms continuously interacting with us. Once when you see something from your 5 senses, it will get connected to the chitta, and then it will come to buddhi, and then it will decide whether what you want to do, right? If you do any action. And then your ahankara will tell you whether you want to be balanced or imbalanced. So this is all goes in your mind once when you react for something. So this is what we need to know more about ourselves. Let me see if the second one. Okay, here one more analogy about manas, buddhi, chitta, ahankara. To understand, see, when you understand what goes in your mind, then when situations come, you can change it accordingly, right? So here, this is manas, buddhi, third one is chitta, and then fourth one is ahankara. So when you think about sensory perceptual mind, Emotional reactivity. So this is where, I mean, this is from the Vedic term they are using, and then the pottery, computer, and then modern neuroscience. So we will just talk about the pottery and the computer. For us, it will be easy to understand. So here we talked about the example. The clay is the manas. And here for the computer, you can take input device or keyboard, mouse is the manas. So how do you feed the computer, right? Like through the keyboard or the mouse. And I think one of your meditator is doctor. Maybe he can talk about modern and neuroscience, I think, in this group. So the wheel. So the wheel of instrument. So buddhi is the decision making. And here for the computer, if you relate to the computer, it is more of processor and decisions and calculations. That is what the processor does. So that is the buddhi. And then this is the chitta is the storehouse. So anything and everything that you have experienced from the day you were born until now is stored in the chitta. And more also is stored in the chitta about your previous lives as well, right? And then when you think about chitta in the computer world, hard drive or stored memories. And then the signature, sense of identity. So always, like when you do something, you feel good about it, right? I mean, like that ahankaram has to be there, but it has to be balanced. The satisfaction of you doing something is ahankara, and ahankara is the operating system. So this is what, okay. We can talk about this as well. The signs of imbalance and when the intervention focuses. So manas is like when your manas is anxiety, restlessness, reactive or sensory overloaded. That is when you are imbalanced. So what do you do for that? You do relaxation, you do grounding, meditation, and when you are, like reduce the stimulation, like if kids are playing or if you're watching too much TV or the games, right? You reduce the stimulation for your manas. And buddhi is like poor decisions, confused values, analysis, paralysis, and easily influenced. Some people you can influence so easily because it is more of their buddhi is imbalanced. And, like for this, you may need clarity work, value clarification, and mentoring. So when your buddhi is imbalanced. And then chitta is trauma effects, limiting beliefs, repeating loops, stuck in the past. So that is the chitta. Always like you go to the past and then think about it. And if there is any trauma that has caused you, it will just, keep on coming over and over again through the buddhi and to manas, right? So we can do, for the chitta, we can do hypnotherapy, memory consolidation, and regression therapies that we can use. And ahankara can be low esteem or arrogance, or somebody may feel that identity crisis, right? So, or defensiveness. So these are all the imbalances of ahankara. So depending on low esteem, you do one thing, arrogance, you do other. So, right, ego stretching or dissolving self-inquiry is what ahankara does. And all these things can be practiced when when you start meditating and when you are in the spiritual path. So that is what is about manas, buddhi, chitta, ahankara. If anybody have any doubts, we can talk about it.
Very, very powerful presentation.
Thank you.
It's a new technique for me also. I've never seen this kind of class actually. Thank you, madam.
Welcome.
Anybody, friends? Yeah, Ankurji, please go ahead.
So the ahankara is the action. That's what we're seeing.
Ahankara is more of self-satisfaction for you.
Mhm.
It's like you feeling good about whatever the work that you have done. Right? That's
Ego.
the satisfaction that you get from the work that you have done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's demonstrated by action because it's an
Yes.
output. Yeah.
Yes,
That's most-
definitely it is demonstrated by the end output, I would say. Whatever is the end, or maybe in the beginning of the output as well, right? So if you want to do something that is like, oh, I want to do it. So that is also an ahankara. So the beginning and the end. Or maybe in the process, the process also, it can happen, like whatever action that you're doing as well. Yeah.
Thank you.
So the reason why this is so important for us to know is when you know how your mind is operating, then you know what you need to do, right? Many times we blindly do things without knowing it. You know, it's more of like when you start knowing about it, many times, not all of them, but most of them just keep on like going on their life without even thinking, like on a cruise note, like sometimes some people will be in the negative emotions and they don't even realize that it is happening. Like when you start knowing about how your mind works, then you are in control of yourself, what you want to do, how you want to change your life for the best.
So, Madhavi ma'am, one question. I've also been reading You Are the Placebo by Dr. Joe Dispenza. So they talk a lot about this stuff like pre-programming, and you keep repeating the actions, even though you know that you should not be doing this. But knowing that and actually having the capacity, or I don't know, for a lack of a better word, I'm just going to use willpower right now. You don't have the willpower to say, I don't want to do this. Like how, what I'm trying to understand is this is the process. It's not like one day you're going to get up and say, okay, you know what, from today, I'm not going to do this. And that never happens. This whole thing of breaking out of that loop, let's say, it's a process.
Correct.
So this is for my personal, and I'm sure a lot of people have this a similar question, that what is the practice? Meditation, yes, that we are meditating, that's why we are all here. We are increasing our time. Like Satya recommended to me that turn vegetarian. I turned vegetarian. It's been 10 days. It's been hard, but I have completely no egg, nothing. So I am trying to create and follow a process to break out of this loop that I have created. Not necessarily me, but a lot of things happened in the past couple of years that have created that, negative
pattern,
loop.
negative
Yes,
pattern that has happened to you.
exactly. So I am trying to like understand, like there is a process. I am trying to maybe just sort of map out the process, if that makes sense, just so that I know what am I doing, how is this working, what do I do next. So I know this is a lot of questions, but that is essentially what I was wanting to find out more about.
See, there are, as I said, like I don't know whether I've told you guys, the mind is a parasite. Literally, I think in Eckhart Tolle, The Power of Now, he talks about it. He says the mind is a parasite. It wants to hold on to something. And most of the time, we won't hold on to the happy memories. We always hold on to the memories that did go right according to uh, our wishes. So how do we get out of that pattern? How do we not be how do we get that parasite out from our mind? The best way is being in the present moment. When you are in the present moment, the power of now, when you are in the present moment, the past will not come, or the future will, you don't think about the past, or you don't think about the future. Many times 90% of our life is from the past, memories that we are living. And most of the time we live from the past, leaving the present. That we have to change the pattern by being at this time, at this moment, you are here. And your physical body, your mental body, and your emotional body has to be here. And that is what happens in the meditation. The thoughts come, we let go of the thoughts, and then we get back to observing our breath. So we are trying to be in the present moment when we are doing meditation. That is the goal, and that is what we look for. If you do longer meditations, definitely your subconscious mind will clear. There is no doubt about it. But do we have that much of time? So for that, I mean, like the age regression, or like if there is something that has happened to you, to clear your chitta. So what happens is, when we are meditating, our manas, buddhi, chitta, ahankara, they are all in the same level. But when we are by ourselves, there is fluctuations. That is why you feel very calm when you are in meditation. How can we get into that? Either you do longer meditations or you do any of these modalities that will help you to clear your, I mean, the other day I was doing EFT, emotional freedom technique. Right. I'll just give you an example and then we can start the meditation. There is so much of crap that we keep inside our mind, I would say. Think about in the kitchen, like when we have the trash, right? Each day night, we clear the kitchen trash and then put it outside or put it in the big barrel so that it doesn't stink. We do that. But when it comes to our mind, if our past is bothering us, we know that it is affecting us. We know that our physical health also is affecting, but still we keep that in our mind. Why do we do that? If you know that is bothering you, why can't we just throw it away? We cannot, right? That is the normal people mentality. We keep that so many thoughts from our previous incidents that they are all stored, and then it is affecting us in our day-to-day life. But still, we are keeping it. If it is stinking in your body, if that thought is stinking in our body, why are we keeping it? Why are we giving the power to the other person when somebody said something mean to us? He is happy or they are happy. Why are we suffering? We may not have control of all the things that are happening around us, right? There is no control that is happening around us. But what control that we have is 100% control we have is what goes inside us. Nobody can change that. You have the absolute power for you to control what goes in your mind. Either you may choose to be happy, or you may choose to be sad, or you may choose to be whatever you want, but you have the 100% control. And why are we not using that? It is because the pattern that we have developed in our mind, that we cannot get out of it. Yeah, telling about the example that I was talking about. I mean, when in the night, my husband travels sometimes, right? So in the night, like you see that wooden sounds that comes in your in the house because of the expansion and contraction. I used to feel scared when I'm awake in the night. I'm like, oh my God, what is this? Somebody's coming to inside my house. I know that it is not true, but still I get that fear. And then I change my thought. Okay, let me just not think about it. Let me do something else. So I was scared at that time. I said, okay, let me do EFT. I thought it was just a little bit of scaredness. that has happened in my mind. When I started doing the EFT, I had to do 7 times. When I started first time, there was so much of fear that came out in me that I didn't even realize that it is there. So whenever there is something that, because that fear is coming from my chitta, right? Because it is stored. And when I started doing it, I felt relieved. We don't even know how much crap we keep in our mind that bothers us. And consciously, if you say that this one, I want to get rid of it, you will get the opportunities and you will get the means to clear those things. And the fact that you are all here in meditation, it's a first step. And the other day I was listening to Patriji, he was saying, he was saying, like, just play the music. Keep your mind, like, keep on playing the music 24/7. And sometimes people say that, like, if you like something, play the music all through the night. That will clear your subconscious mind as well, because when you're sleeping, you may think that you're not hearing it, but it is your subconscious mind is listening. So, like any mantra or any Omkaram, right? You can play Omkaram. That will give you calm and peace of mind all through the night. Make use of that 8 hours of time. Yeah. It's a journey. The first thing is you have taken the step to uh, get better with your mind, body, mind, and soul. This is the first step, and you'll get better each and every day that you go. It's a journey, because we have accumulated all the thoughts from the day we were born until now. Now, if you think that all the thoughts will go away in a snap of a second, no, it won't. It will take time. Yeah. I hope I have answered, but you will get there. So
Yes.
I'll guide you guys into meditation today. Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that okay,
perfect.
Satya?
Yes.
Okay.
I can play the
Yeah,
music.
play the music.
Thank you so much.
Let's all sit in a very comfortable posture. If you're wearing your glasses, remove them. We don't need that at this time. Let me do some relaxation and then I'll start the meditation for you guys. Okay? Keep your eyes closed. Cross your legs. Clasp your hands. Fingers into fingers. And close your eyes. Observe your normal and natural breath. Breath is one of the most intelligent thing that we have. Through this beautiful breath, we can connect to the divine that is within us and around us. As it is in the night, if you guys want to lie down and relax, we'll have some relaxation, progressive relaxation for the body. Take a slow, deep breath in through your nose and exhale gently through your mouth. Again, breathe in calm and breathe out any tension that you have. With each breath out, feel your body becoming heavier, calmer, and more relaxed. Feel each and every sensation in your body. Just be with your breath. Bring your awareness to the top of your head and imagine a soft, warm light touching you there. This light begins to flow downward, relaxing your neck, your forehead, your eyes, your under eyes, your jaw, down your neck, shoulders, releasing all burdens. This light is flowing through your arms, hands, fingers, through your chest, your heart softening, your stomach, hips, legs, and feet. Get back to your breath, your normal, natural, and tranquil breath. You are anchoring yourself with your breath. And we will play the music. Be with your breath. Wherever your attention goes, energy flows. Get back to observing your breath. Have a beautiful smile on your face. No thoughts whatsoever. Just you and your breath. Whenever you are with your breath, the cosmic energy flows into each and every cell of your body. Feel the energy behind your breath. Mind is a monkey mind. We need to guide our mind to be with our breath. Last 2 minutes. Let's show gratitude to Pitamaha Patriji for giving us such a beautiful platform for all of us to grow spiritually and to know more about ourselves. Gratitude to Mother Earth and Mother Nature. Gratitude for all the things that we have in our life. Let's show gratitude to the masters who had made difference in our life. Let's be thankful to our family, friends, and neighbors. Let's be thankful to ourselves for spending time and knowing more about us through this beautiful breath meditation. When you're ready, gently place your palms on your eyes for the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly blink your eyes and open them. Thank you, Satya. Beautiful energies.
Thank you, madam. Wonderful, amazing. Actually, so many energies. The moment you started talking, I could feel the energies. I was like, I wanted to go into the meditation. So yeah, I'll open up if anybody would like to share the experiences, please go ahead.
Yeah, it's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Awesome. I just have one question. I know Satya has talked about that in past. I'm new to the meditation, so it's my fourth day. So thoughts I can understand, but you get restlessness and everything during the process, like shifting your neck and everything. So is it normal? It's something which happens? Or
I didn't get your question, Ankur. Can you repeat it?
during the meditation,
Yeah.
the restlessness is on sometimes, after 2, 3 minutes or 4 minutes, your neck gets stiff and then I have to move my neck and all this. So is it normal? Apart from having different thoughts, that I know that we have to keep forgetting it and then come back to our breath.
Mhm.
What about the restlessness in terms of, feeling uncomfortable in the whole process and all that, right?
So what happens is when you are in meditation, whatever the emotions that you have, it comes into the surface. So it's more of like the subconscious or the first, as you are a new meditator, mostly the conscious mind kind of starts clearing the thoughts from you. So that is when, if there is any thought that is bothering you, the restlessness come into picture without you knowing it. So just being aware of it and then letting go of it will help you. It's a process, but it will take longer time. And especially when you are, as Satya is doing such a good job, group meditations are very powerful. As you all know, it's like 3 times more powerful than that. So just be aware of that restlessness and think of why it is coming to you, right? So just put a thought, why I'm feeling so restless. You
Yeah,
will
my
get
mind
that.
is my mind is always saying get out of it as soon as possible, something like that. Yeah.
Then get it out. I know it's like it will go up. See, when I will give, I usually give an example of when you have to clean a room, right? Like there's so much of stuff in the room. And when you are trying to arrange it, it becomes messier before it gets clean, right?
Yeah.
So there are so many thoughts in our conscious and subconscious mind. When you are meditating, it's like kind of trying to get out of you. Whenever a thought comes, what happens is whenever a thought arises in your meditation, you acknowledge that thought and let go of that thought. So it's like clearing your thought from your conscious and subconscious mind. First it clears the conscious mind and then it goes into subconscious mind.
Yeah.
So what I would say is, like, if you're sleeping, just play some music, like any music that soothes you. That will also clear your mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Welcome.
One quick question, Madhavi ma'am. You were talking about, I can't remember what you were saying, that the practice that you did to help alleviate your fears. What is it called?
It's called EFT.
EFT.
Yeah.
Okay. And is it something that we practice at PSSM or?
No, it's
Okay.
something. Yeah. It's like emotional freedom technique. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. It's more of like, some of the tools that we use, it will help us to clear if you are in a lot of emotions that you go through.
Yeah, would you be able to teach us, Madhavi madam, that technique one day?
Yeah, but that would be energy exchange.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, Priya? Go ahead.
Yeah, ma'am, I don't know. Today I felt little bit scared in middle of the meditation. I don't know something. Um, I felt like somebody is next to me, like that. I felt before. I didn't experience this because this is my first session. I did join from starting session 21 days. I think today is 11th day or something, right? Mm. But I felt like somebody is with me. I felt something scared.
There is nothing to be scared. Maybe have you done you have not done meditation before, Supriya?
No, no, this is my first session.
I mean,
So
first means
yeah, 21
13th day.
days.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There is nothing to be worried about. Like it's more of like it's because maybe some masters you must have felt it, the presence of some masters. So that is totally fine. There is nothing to be scared in meditation.
I think,
Okay.
And
Supriya, that's what happened. I think it happens to all of us. I also felt it. It's just that we are not feeling comfortable around it. I think that's what I also felt. So I am
Yeah,
with you
yeah.
on that feeling, but you know, so it happens to not just you. That's what I was trying to say.
Oh,
also,
thank you,
you
Supriya.
also felt today?
No, not fear, but I had different emotion, right? So I'm just sharing that my mind was saying that come out of it as soon as possible. But I think it's like everyone has a different kind of thing. Like you said, I think which stuck with me is that because we are retraining our thought process,
Yeah.
it has everybody is reacting in a different way, maybe.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. You guys, today was immense amount of energies. Usually I was not planning to, but I felt like I had to give the energies to this group. That is why I said I'll guide you guys into meditation. It will really help you to there's nothing to be worried about, Supriya.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
whenever you feel something like that, that is
Mm-hmm.
totally fine. Just think about your uh, Patriji, or think about your Ishtadaivam, like your favorite god.
Mm-hmm. But today is a wonderful experience. Thank you, ma'am. You helped a lot today. I think I felt like in between these days, I went little bit deeper today.
It's good. That's really good.
Yeah,
Thank you
wonderful.
so much.
I think that's because of the energies today, Madhavi madam, right? So
Yeah, yeah.
that's what I was saying. The moment she started talking, I wanted to go into the meditation, but I'm like, no, since I need to listen to the class, I opened my eyes. I think today we have so much higher energies. Maybe that is why you guys are releasing lot of stuff.
Yeah,
Yes, yes.
yeah, that is true. Yeah. So it is more of like whenever the energy comes to you, lot of energy comes to you, the things, whatever the emotions that you don't need, it will start releasing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Welcome.
Yes, Madhavi madam, thank you. Thank you so much for your time. I know it's late for you. Yeah, Ankurji, please go ahead.
Oh no, sorry, I did it by mistake, but yeah, thank you. Thank you
Okay.
so much, Madhuri ma'am.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Thank you, Madhavi madam, for your energies, wisdom, and the guidance time. Thank you so much.
Welcome. Welcome, guys.
Yeah, there is
Yes.
Shashi. Shashi, please.
Thank you, Madhvi ma'am. Thank you, Satya. It's such a wonderful meditation and wisdom. I'm going to listen one more time. It is beautiful energy, actually, and it is right. Once Madhvi ma'am started meditation, actually, that I can feel that energy, and it was beautiful. Thank you so much.
Welcome, guys. Welcome. Yeah.
All right.
Yes, Sandeep, say something.
Yes, madam. It's
Mm.
awesome. Awesome.
Good.
Yeah.
Did you meditate?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I with my two other roommates, we
Oh,
meditated.
okay, very good.
Yeah. Somehow I dragged them.
Good, good, good thing that you did for today.
Yes, ma'am. It's awesome. Thank you.
Okay, guys.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you, Madhavi madam. Thank you everyone for joining the session. See you all tomorrow.